So much. Good day, everyone. It is really an honor to be in this significant conference and to share how implementing transformative education through ESD whole school approach would empower learners to see the social world through a value-based lens and to challenge and change the status quo as leaders and agents of change. In Lebanon, we are facing cumulative inconveniences at different levels: political insecurity, economic crisis, and consequently social inequality, discrimination, and much more. In addition to that, COVID pandemic is still a threat for well-being. These inconveniences have developed learners who feel insecure and lack confidence with the governance system and with the effective implementation of peace and justice. As well, these inconveniences haven't only entailed learners, but also teachers and administrators, as their teaching job alone wouldn't be enough to satisfy their basic needs for living. Within this whole context, Al-Manar Modern School in Lebanon continues to implement transformative education, which is being considered the most effective education that should be delivered within this context. Through ESD lens, we set the profile of the active citizen, whom our country needs to develop sustainably. We definitely considered the ESD competences adopted by Unesco and have been just mentioned by John. Our learner, the active citizen, is prepared to be, first, well knowledgeable with a deeper understanding of sustainable norms and values, a critical thinker who can evaluate the context based on SD norms, a good researcher who is able to collect valid and reliable data, an innovator, problem solver, a social entrepreneur who can create sustainable solutions, model them, and have project management skills to implement in real life, and a value-based leader who is in a regular self-reflection and evaluation, striving for greater self-awareness and can influence others, plan strategically, and do effective partnerships for implementing sustainable solutions and developing awareness campaigns. Knowing that this cannot be reached without reinforcing students' well-being, we adopted social emotional learning competences addressed by CASTLE that were self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skills, and responsible decision-making. Having set our vision, planning for its implementation started. We have set a clear policy where structures, practices, and even consequences are explicit and well articulated with ESD values and norms. We adopted understanding by design approach to design our unit plans based on the social, economic, environmental, and even political happenings to equip learners with all their needs to overcome the current context at different levels: personal level, community level, national level, and even global level. The unit plans definitely involved inquiry-based instructional designs with the most effective technologies, problem-oriented performance tasks or projects including STEM, learning activities that deepen students' understanding, uncover perspective, develop empathy, and reinforce 21st century skills, and authentic action-oriented assessments that don't only measure students' knowledge and skills, but they as well measure their attitudes through their decision-making processes and personal reactions towards the context. A genuine entrepreneurship course for secondary classes has been developed where students translate their sustainable models into business plans by the end of the academic year, and through exhibitions, they present their solutions to potential investors. Through this course, we partner with 2 NGOs, Injaz and Riyada, to reinforce students' integration of SDGs into their business plans and to provide them with more chances to expose their projects nationally and internationally through competitions. A life skills course was developed to middle school students where value-based leadership, emotional intelligence, and agency are reinforced through various activities and discussions. Consequently, we induced a multidisciplinary ESD approach where all subject teachers are dealing with the same context but from their subject's perspective. We've started coaching sessions with low-achieving students to help them set their visions, to develop and reinforce different executive function skills to master their learning journey. A wellness club has been developed for KG students. A student e-magazine for high school students was launched, and it is considered as a platform to have their voice heard. As well, a student council is in the process of development during this academic year. This process has started with an awareness discussion in partnership with Advanced Democracy for Sustainable Peace NGO. The discussion about effective electoral systems was held with our high school students, and this will be followed by a new step, which is training a group of high school students to develop the most convenient school electoral system for the development of the student council. In addition to that, a school community service has been launched with high school students, where in specific sessions, they design different fun and purposeful activities to perform with elementary and KG students, reinforcing values and well-being. We developed a systemized homeroom program where homeroom teachers reinforce a positive and clear classroom environment where justice and rule of law prevail. This program orients homeroom teachers for K6 classes to deliver an interactive SEL, social emotional learning lesson each week and collect data and share it with the administration. This system reinforces parents' partnership and involvement, where the program coordinator meets the parents with different experts and share with them the SEL theme addressed and the practical tips to be done at home to support the students' well-being based on the data collected. As well, we partnered with a Transformation Lebanon initiative, where we got introduced to the Global Priority Solutions values and the John Maxwell Roundtable strategy to reinforce a value-based leadership that ignites the self-evaluation of daily practices of values. We were pioneers in initiating 3 clubs at school. 1 for students, 1 for alumni students, and 1 for parents, where we started reinforcing the values within the whole school community. Now, this program is integrated into our middle and secondary classes and in a neighborhood school for learning difficulties and special needs, whom we support to replicate our experience. Now, I guess you are wondering how, as a school principal, I'm evaluating our implementation of transformative education and what my success indicators are. I will give you a few examples. One of them, last week, our high school students celebrated National Independence Day by developing an awareness campaign to lower class students, reinforcing good governance and anti-corruption. Second example, during her school community service in grade 2 class, one of our high school students observed a bullying issue among one of the students in the class. So she shared a story about a girl who was bullied. As a result, the girl who was really bullied in class was welcomed by her classmates. Third example, our grade 10 student, Jasmine Rabah, represented Lebanese youth in COP26 through her virtual speech to policymakers. And recently, Al-Manar Modern School has been honored with the prestigious Climate Action Project School of Excellence Award 2021-2022 because of the intense work done on climate education in a whole school approach. Finally, all this requires continuous professional development that tackles the contextual needs of all school stakeholders. The school system of professional development for teachers is based on teachers' self-evaluation. Through this process, teachers use a rubric that addresses schools' policy expectations relevant to its vision. After the self-evaluation, teachers develop their professional development annual SMART goals and work on achieving them within a culture of coaching by administration and by peers. By the end of the academic year, teachers' self-evaluation reports are submitted to the administration, who in turn recognize teachers for their professional progress, and give them the opportunity to share their achievements in front of their colleagues. As a result, we are so proud of having a team of educational pioneers who are striving despite all the challenges and stress they are passing through to achieve our vision, which is transformed into their minds and hearts to save the future of our country, Lebanon. Thank you so much for your attention.